It's tactic time, and welcome back to the channel. Start the elite test with perhaps the best squad in the Premier League. It's Arsenal. One of the big two in Scotland, it's Rangers. For our lower league test, it's down to the National League with Forest Green. It is the second tactic from FM26, the first 4-3-3 tactic of FM26. It is Master of Puppets 4-3-3. Let's see how we got on. Okay, we are starting at Arsenal. Some would say at this point, this year's Premier League favourites. Insane squad. They've added Eze to Saka. They've added Madueke. They've added Victor Gyökeres. And in this game, they won the league. 86 points, 96 goals, just the 26 against. They are league champions for the first time in 21 years. But that's not all they won. They also won the Carabao Cup, beating Liverpool 1-0 in the final. They added an FA Cup, winning 5-1 in the final against Fulham. As you can see, most goals in the competition, but also most clean sheets. Saka also showing up as the top performer. And to add to those three, that's right, Champions League, beating Real Madrid 2-1 in the final. It's normally the battle of the big two in Scotland, and one of them hasn't started very well this season. So let's see if we can help. It's Rangers. Up to Scotland, and with Rangers, who we know have not had the best start to this season. Russell Martin is out, Danny Roll is in, and maybe if he uses this tactic, he might just win the league. It is a very tight league table, 88 points each. They have won it on goal difference. The 100 goals for coming in and helping Rangers steal the title of Celtic. Lastly, it's a lower league team. And wait until you see these kits. It's Forest Green. Next up, we've taken it down to the Enterprise National League. As you can see, Forest Green with their crazy kits. I kind of love them, I think. Haven't seen them in real life. I'm going to have to check them out. They look a bit wild. But they're predicted for the playoffs. Let's see how they did. Forest Green are not going to need the playoffs. They're going up to League 2 with 109 points. I know it's 46 games. But 109 points, 13 clear of York City in second, 110 goals for, 51 against. Forest Green and their crazy kits are champions. This is Master of Puppets for FM26. In possession, out of possession, they are both on the screen now, and we are going to run through how to put this one together for your sake. If you're enjoying the video so far and you love your Football Manager tactics, hit like, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments what formations you want to see. We're going to keep going through the FM26 cycle, which has only just begun. So there are plenty more tactics to come, plenty more shapes. Let me know if you've got one that's based on a manager that you want to see, or just a crazy shape or role that you want included. Drop it in the comments and I will do my best to bring it to you. Now let's have a look at the team instructions on this. So here are the in possession team instructions. Now, I would normally click about and show you a few things. The game at the moment, every time I click on something, it jumps to something else. I did do a couple of tests, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about what we see on the screen and explain it a little bit that way. So, pass direction. We're going shorter and we're going much higher with the tempo. Time wasting less often. We are playing on the counter, so we are counter-attacking as soon as we've won the ball. The attacking width is standard. We are keeping the ball in play. We're not playing for set pieces. Creative freedom is balanced, and the build-up strategy is balanced. So that's one where you can play through the press or you can bypass the press. We are going with balance. The reason being, we are going for short goal kicks, and these two combine, really. We're going for short goal kicks. So we do want to start off playing it short and again distributing to the centre-backs. Our intent is not to go long, but we haven't put on play through the press because we don't want to take unnecessary risks, get caught in our defensive third and give up easy goals, especially when we're managing lower quality teams. Our supporting runs are balanced. We are encouraging dribbling, so we want our players to run at the defense, cause problems, drag players out of position, create space, create opportunities to score. As you've seen, very high scoring tactic. We're playing down both flanks. The wingers, the fullbacks combining, our attacking midfielders are getting forward, pushing the wingers slightly wider than their role would want them, and I'll explain that later. But the wings, we are attacking down the wing. We are passing the ball into space, again down the wing, looking for space, in behind the fullbacks, in behind the centre-backs if they're playing a high line, for your striker as well. Then we've got patience as standard. We're not working the ball into the box, and we're also not swinging in crosses from everywhere. Something in between. Sometimes we're working it in, sometimes we're getting the ball in early. It's allowing the team to make the right decision. Shoot from distance, balance. I don't want to encourage it, but if the opportunity is there and the team's playing a low block, I don't mind my players taking the occasional shot. If you see it's happening too often, then manage it in game, and you could add shoots from distance. You can take that off and get them to take more appropriate shots. If you see you're taking a high number of shots, but not many of them are hitting the target. Cross style, I don't care where the crosses come from. Put them from the byline, put them from deep, put them from wherever you like. Just get them in the box and get them to my striker. Out of possession, we've got a high press. We've got a defensive line that is higher. We're not going all the way up, but we do want that attacking intent. We do want to squeeze the pitch. We are triggering the press much more often to tie in with the high defensive line and the high press. Our defensive transition is a counter press when we don't have the ball. We want to win it back, and we are getting stuck in to do that. Cross engagement, none. Just balanced, leaving them make the decision. I don't want to tell my players to rush out and stop the cross. At the same time, I don't want them not to stop crosses. Make a decision on what is appropriate depending on what is happening around you, what spaces, what defensive cover we've got. I don't want to tell them exactly what to do. There's got to be a few decisions depending on how many attacking players are around them, how many defensive players are around them. If I tell them close down all the crosses, you'll get your fullback rushing out, even if there's only one centre-back in the middle because the other one's been caught out of position. I don't want that. Pressing trap. I don't want to force them in the middle, and I don't want to force them out wide. Again, it's all about our defensive shape. We get back into it, and we make the right decisions. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Absolutely, we want to do that. Let's force them to kick it long, win the ball back, and get back on the attack. If all of that format is difficult for you to take in, I've noticed these down here. So we can look at these as well. These are all the same instructions, but maybe in an easier format for you to take in. Over to the player instructions, and we're going to start with the goalkeeper. You can see he is a ball-playing goalkeeper when we've got the ball, and when we haven't, he is just a goalkeeper, not doing anything crazy. I want, when we've got the ball, happy for him to bring the ball out, find a pass, and when we haven't got the ball, just be a goalkeeper, just keep the ball out of the net. Here are the instructions. In possession, he's automatically got to take more risks on, and I have not added any instructions at all. And out of possession, I have just added tackle harder. Next up, the fullbacks. They are fullbacks with the ball, they are fullbacks without the ball, and I'm going to be honest, there are no attacking instructions on them, no in possession instructions. And out of possession, we are just tackling harder. All I want them to do is use the traits of the role, but when there's a winger there, I do want them to get stuck in, be combative in the tackle, win the ball back. They are there to screen the defence. Our attacking roles come higher up the pitch. Next up, we've got the centre-backs. Ball-playing defenders with the ball, centre-backs without the ball. Very similar idea to the goalkeeper. When we've got the ball, we're happy to be a bit expressive with some of these players. They got the ball at their feet. Happy for them to take a few risks, get the ball forward. But when we haven't got the ball, we want to be defensively solid. There are no instructions on either defender in possession or out of possession other than the coded instruction. You can see the padlock on them. They are there automatically with the role. We are using good roles to create defensive solidity, as you've seen from the stats, and we are not needing to add anything on to them. It is going to be a flat back four and a goalkeeper. They're going to be solid when we haven't got the ball. So we haven't needed to add anything to make the roles better. Defensive midfielder. Absolutely the same principle, although the role with the ball is a little bit more defensive than maybe the ball playing defenders or the goalkeeper. He is a defensive midfielder. You can see here the defensive midfielder's main responsibility is to position themselves in front of the team's defense and help protect from counter-attack threats. In possession, he aims to be the team's link between defense and attack, playing simple passes to help retain possession and progress the play. That is the part that we are getting the benefit from here, because we've used a different out of possession role. So that is what we get. He is there, he is the link. The attack comes from the centre midfielders, the wingers, and the striker. They are all very attacking roles, so we did need to be a bit careful in defence. And you've seen that it worked. But that was the idea behind this. I need to progress the ball through the lines, so I need everyone to be able to connect. The defensive midfielder will sit there between those midfielders, between the ball-playing defenders. He is a great pass option there, and then we can get it to the attack. And once we get past the halfway line, we are going all in to get goals. But there's no instructions on this guy. He is he's not a stopping centre-back. There's no instructions on him at all. It's what the role is meant to do. And you can see here, I've used the screening defensive midfielder out of possession. It's a new role for this year. Their main responsibility is to defend the space in front of the centre-back. Into centre midfield, and this is where the tactic gets attacking. We've got two attacking midfielders. This role is an offensive role which looks to operate between the defensive line and the midfield line. The attacking midfielder looks to receive passes in pockets of space as much as possible. So we mentioned how the defensive midfielder was there to protect the back four. That's because these guys are just getting forward. They're getting into that number 10 role, that number 10 position. They want to be up here. So when we've got the ball, you're going to get a flat line of four with your striker. They're looking to get up here and dive into these spaces. How I've encouraged that is with the one instruction I've put on, and it's in possession instruction. It is move into channels. So that means they find space behind the opposition defence between their centre-back and their full-back. Out of possession, no instructions on either of them. So I want to explain the combination of roles that we're seeing in the middle and why I've picked them. I've picked two attacking midfielders. Now I know that seems really attacking, and it is. Those players are going to get up in the number 10 position, as I've already mentioned. That's where they want the ball, and then you've got a striker. Everyone is bombing forward. This creates a central overload though. You've got the striker in the middle, and normally you'll be playing two centre-back tactics. The other centre-back can only pick up one of those attacking midfielders. So by putting the moves into channel instruction on, one of the centre-backs will pick up one of them, the other centre-back will pick up the other striker, and then you've got the other attacking midfielder bombing into that channel between the centre-back, between the full-back, finding space. It's a great opportunity if we can move the ball quick, as the instructions are on there, to get them the ball in space and create a chance for them to score. Out of possession, they are both pressing central midfielders. They are there to win the ball back high up the pitch. Next up, your wide players. So we've got two inside forwards. And again, very simple with the instructions. In possession, no additional instructions. Those players will tuck in. They'll stay close to the attacking midfielders and the striker. But because of the positions that the attacking midfielders take up, they will stay a little bit wider than they would otherwise. But we are really overloading the centre of the pitch. And without the ball, they are wingers. So the winger role primarily looks to defend the wide areas of the pitch, looking to find a balance between supporting the press higher up the pitch and tracking back when necessary to support the wide defender behind them. So we mentioned before, a lot of attack once you get past our centre midfield and onwards. Even though we've got the defensive midfielder covering the centre of the pitch, we're offering that little bit of protection with the wingers in the wide areas. We've got tackle harder on them, and the position that they're marking, they are both marking their opposite fullback. So your right winger is marking the left back, and your left winger is marking the right back. Last but not least, the man up top. It's a channel centre forward in attack. It's a very high energy role that looks to constantly be on the defender's side, regularly making supporting runs into the channel for their team. No additional instructions on them in attack or out of possession either. But the out of possession role is a centre forward. So the centre forward sets the tone for their team's defensive strategy, often starting the press, screening passes through the middle of the pitch. So we start defending from the very top. As you saw with the team instructions, we have put prevent goalkeeper short distribution, and this guy will definitely help that. He's helping out in defense, but not too much. I don't want him to come back. We need a focal point, but he does do some of the defensive work that we need. So there it is, Master of Puppets 433 for FM26. It is back. If you're going to use it, let me know what your first save on FM26 is. If this one isn't for you, there's a link on the screen right now to the very first tactic of FM26 that we brought out, Black Panther 4231. But as for today, it's tactic time done.